the biggest concern is that they are willing to put in more vessels and get this service, more services along the coast happening. We had cranes because the crane, because if you see the issue, the smaller, because the average weight of the cargoes are about, in coastal it's about 28 plus. Today we bought a possible feeder operator who is already operating in the coast, and they are quite willing to bring a vessel to Goa. But what happens is now most of the ports along the coast of India have got their own infrastructure. They have cranes. So the vessels which are being operated now don't have cranes, or even if they have a crane, they don't use those cranes. So when we met the port, we told them that this is the main thing. They've given us discounts, good discounts, which is I think a very appreciable thing by the side of the on the side of the port for giving discounts on the vessel calling cost. But what happens is the main thing required is the crane. For that also the port has been very responsive. They responded very positively when we met them today, and they are looking at the possibilities of getting a crane from some other port or from some other operator. Plus they are even ready to go for an expression of interest of putting the crane, but it takes some time. Plus we had a meeting now with all the other stakeholders, and we explained to them that this is the main issue which is required is the crane for starting the service of container in Goa. So we are all going to be independently and as a body working to get a crane, and the stakeholders and the shipping lines who are there today, they are all very responsive that the service which we are going to start, they're going to support it. The exporters also have said they're going to support it, and they would like to use Goa port.
Now, Unniji, that traffic manager Himanshu Shekhar, captain, has issued a circular saying that they are going to make the first call free of VRC, vessel-related charges. Then for the first 3 months, they are going to give concessions.
Yes.
Now, is that more important, or it is more important that the vessel gets the volume, because there is a complaint that there is no much volume from operators?
No, I feel it is both. Only if the vessel is more regular, then you'll get more volumes from the operators. Of course, there is a lot of volume in Goa which is going by road from the big pharmaceutical companies which are based in Goa. They are doing all the exports. Through JNPT, which is actually, you see, it's a very polluting exercise which is happening. A container is empty containers coming from JNPT, 650 kilometers. Then it's getting loaded in Verna. Then it's again going, so 1,300 kilometers of road travel one container is doing for export from Goa. It is a totally polluting exercise. Whereas in Goa, we should be promoting more of green cargo. However, Goa has got a beautiful port. When we have a service in Goa, why should a container go by road to JNPT? It is a totally wrong thing. So one of the reasons the present vessel has stopped service is because there was no support from all these big pharma companies. If good support from pharma companies, then the present vessel operator who suddenly had to stop wouldn't have stopped, because there will be volumes. There is volumes. No shipping operator is going to stop. So I think our government also has to impress upon all the pharmaceutical companies based in Goa that you have to use Mormugao port. And today everybody is talking about being environmental friendly, being green. These are big pharmaceutical companies. They should be the first people to, be helping in this. If they all come and start, and these are high value cargo, the vessels will get good freight. So they should be the people who are to be told first, help Goa port. All the small exporters, they are dependent on Goa port. But the big pharmaceutical companies, they are using JNPT port. Goa port and Goa, there's no use of these exports.
Unniji, now with MPT coming down on the charges, you think MPT should also enhance the infrastructure about the cranes and the harbour cranes that they are using to clear the container vessels? Is the MPT saying anything? Is he confirming that they are going to enhance the infrastructure in case there is a vessel coming soon?
Yeah, the MPT's move to give discounts was a very welcome move, and I think it's a very good move on their part. And they are working on the infrastructure, which now is the first thing required. Because without the infrastructure, this discount on the vessel charges and all is of no meaning. So the infrastructure is the first thing which is required, and we met the deputy chairman, the traffic manager. They both said that they will be working hard to get this infrastructure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Vessel which is required to come into the thing, because you need a geared vessel. The vessels which are there operating, they've got gears.
Issues taken up by Luggage that the service has discontinued suddenly. So it has created a panic amongst the importers as well as the exporters. So that is the main issue which has come. They don't know which port to look after. Now generally what happens is the export and import of the containers are roughly through three places. One is Mundra, second is JNPT, third is Cochin. That is the three Indian destinations. Some of them also do it through Colombo. Now, if you want to start a foreign vessel coming to India to go to Colombo, it is going to take time. It will not be worth. So, the many of the people, when they came to know from the trade, they managed to, all the associations have got together, the users and all the associations, Goa Chamber of Commerce, CII, GSI, Goa Small State Industries Association, Vena Industries Association, Pharma. So, all the sectors have come together, and they also have called the line people also. So with those and customers agents, we could assess what is the requirement, because everything depends on the economic viability of a ship coming to this port and handling the cargo. If you say that we are going to have 1,000 containers coming at one shot per month, then it may not be economical. But if it is 300 and 400 consistently per week, then it makes viable. It will be viable, because the manufacturer, most importantly, what happens with him is that he cannot hold a cargo for 1 month. See, he has to dispatch it within 2-3 days, ideally. Okay, at the most he can wait for 1 week. More beyond that, it is not possible. So we had got a person who had ready to arrange the ship for this. Now the main problem, which in that case, if that ship comes, he was thinking 1,000 containers will get. So we told him it is not possible. So now it will be working on a lower scale, but the whole container traffic is such that you have to take the cargo within 24 hours. Now, ship's crane will not be able to handle this. So, what is the most important thing is the current setup. Now, current setup with MPT may not be strong enough to discharge the load and unload the ships for within 1 hour. That is the reason the ship owners are reluctant to come here. There is no other issue. So, if now we are able to source a harbour mobile crane for this type of cargoes to be done in such a short time, then whole problem can be sorted out. The ships owners will come themselves when they know that the business is there, they'll come together. So what we have done is, with the various users, etc. and all that, we have told them, we are circulating, we are from the group, and we are getting a feedback from them as to exactly how many containers are coming and which are their preferred destinations. Whether they would like to export through JNPT, they would like to go to Mundra, or they would like to go through Cochin. So if these three things, destinations, we can work out and source and segregate the thing, which I think will be successful in that. So we are going to request the government to intervene and push the Marmugao port to get their crane active immediately, as soon as possible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Basically, I am a manufacturer exporter from Goa Airmines Industries, and this is what an conglomerative effort what we have tried to just initiated. Basically, all this fight which was happening individual on the level of the liners, CHA, industries and all. So, and since the containers have been stopped, which are sailed last on 3rd of August, thereafter there is not. So all our exports cargo has been already held up, and now no other inbound vessel is expected to come. It has really helped us and put a bad mark on our commitments which have been made for all our exports. We have been totally surviving in very difficult times after the pandemic, especially on the exports, which was definitely over to China. We were definitely getting some good advantage, but now with all this closure and all, this advantage is going to get diminished. We will be totally in problems if the feeder vessel doesn't berth in at MPT, and we are not able to get a regular, because shipping out from Nhava Sheva, which is always a congested port, and as well as the other ports like Colombo and Cochin, is never an easy thing. What we could do it locally by stuffing at our factories and giving it at MPT was definitely a better chance for us at a faster movement. So now we just are putting up this collective effort so that instead of individually people were approaching MPT and requesting the feeder vessels, now today we have just taken an initiative to collectively work on it. There are problems of MPT which is to be solved about the cranes. Unless the crane problem is solved, no feeder vessels are ready because their turnaround time is more than 2 to 3 days. They are not ready to come into Goa. Even though right now the volumes which are there is hardly around 300 containers incoming and outgoing wise. So we will be now approaching pharma industries also and the other stakeholders to try to utilize this particular port. So we are just putting up some collective effort now to see how we can work on it and get some volumes to MPT, and we can call upon the feeder vessels regularly, at least once in a week or in 10 days. So if that comes out, it will be otherwise very bad for us.
After the meeting today, you are hopeful that something will come out, the solution will come out. Are you
We
hopeful?
had invited from Shreya Shipping, and also he has just seen the potential, but they were also expecting more than 500 containers per vessel per call, which seems to be right now very difficult. If you see over a period of time, in last couple of months, the average has been around 250 to 300. So now he is talking about 1,000 plus, but even getting half of it also, he has shown some little interest that he may call upon at least to start with. But now it is up to us as our Goan industry also to utilize. Emotionally, I would really like and plead all our Goan exporters. We have to use this MPT facility. It is facility for us. And now especially the port was mining dependent, and now it has been converted for us as into a much more this. So we should emotionally also get attached and see how we can utilize this particular port. And because again, if you see comparatively the CHA and the people who are along with this shipping industry, more than 10,000 people's livelihood is also at the stake. If this vessel doesn't come, call upon Goa again anymore, then at least 10,000, and we exporters will definitely have a very, very tough time in competing to the other world.
Thank you, sir.